knocking up. They want to fight. Mana's walked all the way from bot lane.
Blank has it. They are still collapsing. Smeb gonna go forward, gets a body slam in on the Blank. He's going low. Score comes up with the first blood. Now Huni in a bad spot. Flashes away from that big shot.
I don't want this. He really wants it.
Lands the Q. The exhaust comes down as slow from the barrel, and that's gonna be concussive blows. That's gonna be 2 kills picked up. A double kill.
It's been very well exploited by KT.
Yeah. We've only seen him twice this year, so we haven't even gotten much of a gauge on how much he's improved. Huni, though, in a bad spot, gets knocked back by the explosive cask. He knows he's dead, just wants to get the minions here at the end. Will be
hell. He's pretty damn good in the mid lane too. But the fact that they've gelled so quickly is the surprise. Both teams have new parts to them.
Huni, he's trying to get this.
I don't know about that flash.
Forward, flash forward. They knock him back in towards score.
Not dead yet.
Should be able to close this up. That's going to be the Deathmark coming through from Finger, but he takes too much damage. Deathmark pop will still come up with a kill. Finger makes it out alive. They lose 2 members for it.
Desperately, SKT want to break a top lane or a bot lane because then they can start the 1-3-1. I don't know about the flash here from Huni.
Yeah. Very bizarrely played.
Reminds me of trying to flash something like a Fizz Q and lose the damage, but didn't happen in that particular interaction. Damage did still register.
Yeah, meanwhile, down bot. Depth going low. Finger gets locked up by the concussive blows. Bot has to flash away. He'll come down from depth. Yep, score is here, and he's very strong. Blank gets locked up. Devour comes through from Wolf. Can they make it out alive? Slow comes through. They might just have to sacrifice the top catch. And it looks like that might just be the play here. Wolf doing his damnedest, but just nowhere to go. Score still fierce.
Still a lot of burst.
Pushing into the face of Faker. He's got 2 levels on him, but he still is not afraid. Curtain Call thrown down onto Pawn. Gets locked up by the Deadly Flourish. Curtain Call's here. On jukes out 1. Can he juke out more? Flame Spinner's coming through. 4th one's
might just kill him.
Can he get the kill to Huni? No, not going to happen. The overheat auto attack.
There's still pass marks there.
Still feeling happy about that one. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it's going to be a bit of a party. This voyage coming through. Pawn getting exhausted, already down below half HP. Smeb just finished channeling this one. Going to slow up Blank. Wolf tanking up the turret. Glacial Fisher comes through to lock him in. He will die. Smeb trying to chase down onto the rain guard to get a little bit more. Now with Death coming on the sidelines, flashes in for the volley to slow up onto Blank. Cast comes through, it's not enough damage to finish him off yet. Now
there's going to be a turnaround.
From Huni. This could be a big fight for SKT. Death getting hit in the backside by the curtain call. 4th shot won't connect, but it doesn't matter because Faker comes up with a kill. Huni barely limping out with his life. Shopping for you.
Money between those two, and so far so good. So they draw the teleport here as they're looking for the turret dive to try and make something happen. But remember that Graves has no way to get there. He's just walking to blue buff. He doesn't even have an inkling of coming to bot, and everyone from SKT can rotate bottom. Huni decides, he waits for the call. Is this going to be something we can fight? When they see Death flash in, you'll notice the moment Death flashes in, that's when Rumble gets the call to teleport down bot, because suddenly it's frontline Ashe, and this is a fight you can turn around. So this is really good decision making from SKT. Not KT. Big mistakes from KT Rolls. Too much of investment with no way. Oak still a happy spot for KT.
Oh, score. The sidelines, Deathmark comes through. They pop up Faker. They will find the kill, but the Deathmark will finish off score in the end. A 1-for-1.
There's a lot of gold on the Faker. They don't have a lot of wave clear outside of him as well.
That's going to be the equalizer thrown down in desperation. Bottom gets rooted up, taking a couple turret shots, but overall looks like he may just be okay. Now the curtain call comes through. He's going to be the target as well as Death. Smeb and Pawn trying to take this up. Pawn goes back in, really greedy, really aggressive. The bouncing grenade comes through, chunking them all down so very much. Bang, flashing forward, can't get the last shot. The Deadly Flourish won't connect. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, a double kill comes in for Huni. Won't be able to make it.
That just like the level 1 play, this ended up being necessitated from Pawn. So we tracked the fight. Score is dead, but really nice turnaround to Zed. That 0.5 second lack of snapback means that Zed is actually killed before he can snap back. But consider what happens at the start of this fight. Chunked out, they're kiting back into a narrow corridor. No way to get onto Bang when he opens up. And if he's allowed to fire, this is a 1 fight for SK. This is multiple kills. Pawn, just like at level 1, goes in, because otherwise Deft and Marta kiting back are gonna die for sure. They don't have cooldown on the shield. This would have been 3 or 4 members. It only ends up being 2. Into top and bot lane, all gonna be pushing in.
Equalizer comes down, Marta getting chunked down, Faker goes in, Smeb's gonna body slam him. Trying to delay him a bit, but he goes into the backside with Marta, but he just gets absolutely destroyed. Score comes up with a kill, but now SKT, they are firing back. Curtain call in onto the Graves. A couple more shots will take him out. They can't find him with a 4th and final. They might still be able to finish him off. He quick draws
Adding the gold lead, or I guess losing the gold lead, given it's now 600 gold. So they feel like they have enough tools, but the equalizers, peaks are perfect from Huni. A lot of damage start, Deft has to flash preeminently, and even though Smeb ran at Faker, tried to stop him from being relevant, he ults people in, and he kind of ults Huni in to basically burn down the Ashe, and then it's just squishies everywhere to be cleaned up.
The same way every time they push up to that tier 2 turret. Now though, Fight breaking out in the mid lane. Deft getting jumped on, going down. By the look of things, Deathbar comes through. Can they finish him off? He's exhausted, and he will fall. That's going to be Bang coming up with the kill.
Backline,
double kill. And here comes Faker. Comes up with one, but he pays for that one with his life as Pawn will barely slink out of this one. But yet again, KT just losing these fights to SK Telecom. Pawn finds an answering kill with a big shock blast onto Wolf.
Calling an award. Keep running it down mid and keep getting punished.
Yep.
We're going to see the Reaper. Remember, Deft doesn't have summoners, so he's going to die eventually. He's trying to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah,
was always going to die. Huni comes in from the Raptors, and the equalizer is perfection, just like some of Smeb's equalizers previously. Runs in, kills Score, basically solo kills Pawn as well, and the backline doesn't end up being as landslide a victory as you might expect from SKT, but Huni answering the critics, including myself, wondering where his big teleports were. You just saw one on the game.
Now Smeb's down to the bottom lane, going to be TPing in right into the front.
Returning.
Down to half HP. Looks like SKT will go ahead and peel back. Big shot blast comes through. Score goes to the front line. Wolf will get locked up by the Ashe Arrow, and he gets deleted. Equalizer comes down, but it's cutting off KT for the rest of their squad, but there's just no way for SKT to pick off those members in the front. So they're just going to go ahead, have to lose Wolf, which probably have to say is the best case scenario.
Do they
for
try
them.
the Baron? They're going to.
They start this one up. They have that double Infernal with the Mountain. First call comes in as an answer.
Space for Bang to open up there, but much less around Baron.
Oh, they're looking for something.
Big equalizer.
Equalizer comes down. Pawn already down to half HP. Abyssal Void's coming in from the sidelines with Blank in tow. Deft gets locked up immediately. Looks like he's going to fall. Yes, he does. The bot lane of KT.
Whoa.
Their Bang goes low.
Baron
Only
at
down to half
4,000.
HP. Faker goes in, gets a lot of damage down on the Pawn. Knocks him down to about
Turn.
half HP. Curtain call coming through. Bang still safe in the back line. Baron resets. They're just going to be looking for a pick here. KT make it out of range. Flash forward from Wolf with a tongue lash. Trying to come up with the kill. Smeb goes in. Might just be the sacrificial lamb. Pawn comes up with the kill onto Faker, but he will get taken out in the end as Wolf goes forward, finds that killing blow. Smeb does eventually go down as Huni burns him out with a flame spitter. Score.
Remember, it's a double Infernal.
Yeah, plus the Mountain Drake. Baron already
down
give
it up.
Below half HP. They have to get in here. Blank maybe coming up the steal. He's not able to find it. Score gets it, but can they get kills on the backside of this? Deft coming down, keeping KT alive as best as they possibly can, but Faker already takes out Deft. They already get rid of Mana, the first two to die. Yet again in this fight, Pawn goes down. Score trying to exit on the backside, takes the blast cone for a ride, but he's still getting pinched on. What can SK Telecom take in the meantime?
I mean, both these teams struggle to play in narrow areas. It's still a rumble, this time on the side of SKT. Good smite from KT, but all they really succeed in doing is taking the Baron off the map. They don't actually get to keep many of the buffs. They pass over more gold. We're seeing in our picture-in-picture on our side that not going to be any major SKT, specifically Faker in the bot lane. So
it's going to be a trade of turns. I mean, you can see just how quickly those do go down.
It needs to be a trade up, though. If they trade evenly, then Zed is going to have a field day. So they need to brute force, and it's on SKT to try and hold.
Shock Blast only connects on the Wolf. Mana's already very close to dead.
Damage.
Throughout the redemption, Ashe Arrow comes through.
Can
They
they
find
get a
Wolf,
pick?
body slam forward. The cast comes through, but it just knocks him away. They can't get on the Bang. He's going to open up the curtain call. Big equalizer thrown down. Mana, he's going to be the first one to fall yet again. Heal coming out of Depth, trying to keep them alive. Give them that little burst of speed. But that's going to be Faker just splitting in the bottom lane. And SKT, all they have to do is just delay the recalls. It's going to be a body slam back forward from Smeb. Pawn going low. Tries to get onto Blank, but just can't come up with the kill. Bang finds that one. Finally suffers his first death, but now Score starting to turn things around. Comes up with a double kill. Going to be looking for Huni. Doesn't have the GA quite yet overheated.
Meanwhile,
can't do anything, but Faker is now splitting in onto the Nexus turret. Score comes up with a triple kill at the end, but Faker is just chipping away at the base.
Two are able to get out, so not quite. It's going to be the hold from KT. Oh boy, this game.
Going for one of the objectives. They go ahead and swap with Double Infernal and the Mountain. The Elder Dragon can still be quite good for them.
They're all popped.
Coming out. Like gonna get slowed up. Curtain call comes down. Let's chunk out Mana. The curtain call coming through now, just chunking them down. They have to try to kite back. Get a couple hits in on the Blank who jumps forward. Big cast comes out. He still has the Guardian Angel keeping alive. Baker goes in the back line, gets popped up immediately by the Glacial Fissure, but Wolf is there for the Devourer to keep him alive. Smeb Gets his GA popped. Huni jumping straight in on top of Depth, and that lifesteal is
Still
barely
alive.
enough. It keeps him alive for a couple more seconds, but Faker goes in to finish him off. Comes up with the kill, and it looks like they're winning this quite handedly.
Although-
Score able to fire back, takes one out onto Bang. They lose Smeb in the end. It's going to be 2 kills on the side of each team. On trying to interrupt, but
They don't see anyone around Baron, so they can have a pretty damn good guess that it's happening.
Smeb does have his TP. Do they want to go ahead? Thought maybe they'd try to start that one up. It looks
They
like
also know that
they
Abyssal
will.
Voyage is on cooldown.
That's true. Abyssal Voyage is on cooldown, but Huni does have the teleport.
I think they're gonna rush it again. They have to.
Yeah, Huni goes in for the recall. The Baron's going low. There's just no way for them to get in there. So Baron does go over to KT, but they need to minimize the losses. They need to make it out of here with their lives.
Equalizer here.
Is back up for Huni. Where does he want to toss it out? They're all in a choke point. There it is. Perfectly laid down on top of everybody, but Blank already falls. Death gets jumped on. Baker comes up with the kill. They follow over the wall, looking for Smeb, looking for Score. Should be able to take him out. There's no GA available for the Gragas. 4th and final shot would kill. They don't find it. He's going to body slam back. Score manages to recall, so KT loses their bottom lane yet again, but they kill Blank. That is not your base KT roster, but they say, we know. We're gonna go ahead and take this out, get some super creeps working for us.
That can buy
Pushing
time.
forward, but can't do much to go into the front. Big equalizer thrown down yet again by Huni, choking out the members of KT Rollster. Redemption does come through, healing them back up the full. Blank almost loses his Guardian Angel, and Huni has to go into the zone.
He's really low.
He'll comes up, Cass comes through, Faker has to jump back out, still has GA up. Now Score going low, gets popped.
Waves.
That's gonna be Bang, coming up with a kill. Can he find more? Smeb has his GA, Pawn goes in big, takes out the Jin. So far, a 1-for-1 exchange, but Blank is gonna try to upset that, goes back in, takes out Mata, but the answer with yet another kill as Smeb gets rid of the Rengar. A 2-for-2, Smeb barely limping out of there.
And both
the creeps are starting to push up inside the base of SK Telecom. Turn a couple hits from Dead. Pawn will be able to finish this one off. Well, the hunt gets popped by Blank.
This needs to be SKT's fight.
Yeah, he's looking in from the sidelines. Equalizer comes down yet again. Depth down to half HP. Faker goes into the back line, but he gets knocked up immediately. GA will get popped on him. See Depth coming back up from his own Guardian Angel. Blank going in, just trying to take him out. They're able to do so as Bang comes up with the killing blow. That's going to be a second one.
SKT's done it.
Mata goes down the bottom lane of KT, yet again falling. Smeb will get his Guardian Angel popped. He's surrounded by SK Telecom members. He's going to fall. Looks like Pawn will as well score. The only one to make it out with his life. And SK Telecom still hold on, but they have to answer these super creeps. Bang, he's going hunting. Can he find it? Looks like the answer is no.
SKT want to enter the game, Achilles. They have super minions, or they have at least a minion wave pushing in the mid lane. Only Score is alive, but because they have to answer with just a single inhibitor, they're going to teleport anyway.
Yeah,
they want the end.
This might just be it. Bang does so much damage to these structures. The super creep still pushing in. The Nexus is exposed, but Wolf is there to manage it. They have so much damage, even with Faker being as low as he is.
A lot of power is lost from KT. They have 4 Guardian Angels entering the fight.
Score. Can you come up with this one? Ash Air comes down. Blank gets locked up. Baron quite low. He used the collateral damage. Score would have to enter the pit. He's just not there in time.
But he's buying time.
Find something on
they
the back,
fight.
and he goes for it, trying to look for Huni. The TP coming through from Smav. They jump forward. Mata goes in with the Q, pops up Blank with the Glacial Fissure. They come up with a kill. Huni, the Guardian Angel, just one hit from going down, but the Devour is there from Wolf to keep him alive. Mata, that top in-hip turret. He's unable to do so thus far. Still evading them
Big
now.
engage on
Body
Faker.
slam forward on the Faker, goes straight into the death mark. On top of Smap, he gets a little bit of damage now, but he's still relatively healthy on the Gragas. Mata gets popped as GA there to back him up.
For 25.
That's gonna be Bang throwing up the curtain call, looking for some damage, but he takes a big burst from the shock blast. Has to peel back and cancel the rest of it immediately. Bang gonna go ahead and peel back. Nexus already taking a little bit of damage, and Huni will get his GA popped. SKT still desperately holding on. Blank is up in 10 seconds. Can they buy enough time? Wolf has the Devour, spits out. That's gonna be Bang going down. Faker going back in, trying to get on top of Score. He pops the GA, but can he do enough? It looks like he will not be able to. Depth firing away, but can't get it. Scores here. Can he finish it off? The answer is gonna be no. That's an ace coming through from SK Telecom. It looks so good for KT, but they just cannot finish it off, and that could be SKT winning the game.
What an insane hold from SKT, specifically buying time for the respawn.
Super creep there to back him up, the tank up the turret shots. They take out both of them. The Nexus is exposed. Mata, if there was anything you could do, I'd be so damn impressed, but it's just hopeless now for KT Rollster. SK Telecom, in such a back and forth third game, are able to come out on top. They win the first telecom war.